here for the first time. EMX250 race 1. Race 2 will be a little bit later on today. But who will it be that grabs that all-important foxhole shot, if you like, if there was one in this category? Whole shot is a whole shot, no matter which way you look at it. 56, Lorenzo Corti on the S11 Motorsport, Diana MX Husqvarna over on gate 1. And as we drop the gates here, oh, absolutely bar to bar as they swing around that very wide. Somebody got stood up on the outside. Maxim Groh, one of those, he's in 4th position. Evans to the outside in 3rd place as they close in on each other through that very fast downhill left-hand, right-hand turn. But it's Lapucci who leads the way on the 2-stroke Fantic motocross machine. Oliver right at the back there, number 10 in the red boots. Not a good start for him, but it's Lapucci who leads the way. Maxim Groh was there, he was 4th, he's now in 2nd position. Evans in 3rd, but Cornelius Tunnell looking to go down the inside of him at the bottom of the hill. And I think he's found his way through early on. So Tunnell, the 302, eases past Liam Evans, and we've got a couple of riders down there. 256 being one of those at the on the Yamaha there. And Magnus Smith, oh, there's a few of them down there, wasn't it? One of the others was a WZ racing bike. You can tell that from the distinct colours, that very bright plastic. But anyway, Cornelius Tunnell looking to make moves early. The Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider ahead of him, the number 20, the young French kid, Maxim Groh. '56, Lorenzo Corti, he had that inside gate. He made a good start because he's there in around about 5th place. You've got Florian Mio in there with him as well, Mike Werder, Iago Martinez. But frantic action on this opening lap. Martinez, just saw him there. Saw the big figure of the 247, Florian Mio. Working their way back up. Well, Tunnell has found his way past Maxim Groh. So he is the man that's on fire at the moment. Gets himself into 2nd, but Maxim Groh responds immediately. Evans sat there, best seat in the house in 4th place as he hits the line. So Cornelius Tunnell, the No Fear Jumbo BT Racing team. Sorry, the Riley Racing Yamaha man. Being kept back in 3rd at the moment. Back with him. As he's up on the pegs, going after the young French kid. Maxim Groh, Evans is in 4th, Martinez 5th, Håkan Fredriksson it was, charging down the inside in green. So Fredriksson on the 8mm, on the 9mm Hennig String Bud Racing Kawasaki. There he is, slips into the inside, Håkan Fredriksson. 427, 3rd in the championship last year, don't forget. He is going to be one of the favourites because Benestant and Guadagnini, who finished ahead of him in the title chase last year, they have since emigrated north to MX2. So just like in the 125 class, we've got riders now that need to step up. Talviku, who finished 5th in the championship last year, he is buried in 11th place at the moment, the number 261. But Håkan Fredriksson, who was Yamaha mounted last year, Kawasaki this year for the well-known Bud Racing Kawasaki squad, going after Liam Evans. Evans on the Liemski KTM. There he is, the number 72, up on the pegs. He was a double race winner here last year in the 125 class. Been doing a couple of races in the British Championship as some prep, but he goes wide there, can't close down the door, and Håkan Fredriksson moves himself past Evertson into 4th place. Quick pull of the tear off there as well. 25 minutes plus 2 laps this race, 20 minutes still to run. We've not had one official lap yet because remember, to register a lap you need to go from finish line to finish line, and the start straight of course is just past that zone. So this will be their first official lap registered. There's a 24 of Kevin Horgmo. He was in 8th a couple of moments ago, but he looks like he's making progress as well. So Kevin Horgmo, who was in MX2 last year. The SM Action Racing Team gas rider, getting ready to make inroads. He was fastest in time practice in his group, of course, but Nick Lapucci already 4.6 seconds clear on a 2:52 stroke. Oh, Bob Buchanan will be keeping an eye on that. Also, Goggle Bob. He'll be loving it. He'll be rubbing his hands together, just saying, yeah, the 2 strokes have beaten the 4 strokes. Nick Lapucci, 2:28.5, country mile quicker. This is 2nd and 3rd, bottom of the hill. Number 20 and the 3:02 of Maxim Groh and Cornelius Tunnell. Then we've got Håkan Fredriksson. He is closing in on these 2. So it's going to be a 3-way battle for 2nd position, probably by the end of this lap. Liam Everts looking to find 2nd gear at the moment, but he's already lost a couple of seconds to Håkan Fredriksson on that lap. Horgmo is now up into 6th, ahead of Iago Martinez, Lorenzo Corti, Yuri Quarti, and Florian Mio. Talvico still there in 11th place, ahead of Andrea Bonacorsi, last year's 125 European champ. Everts, Horgmo in blue there, looking across to see who's ahead of him. He knows he can at least get on the back of Håkan Fredriksson. Fredriksson of Norway. The rider on the outside there in blue, Kevin Horgmo, also of Norway. So the Norwegian Federation have 3 young hotshots working their way through the, inverted commas, amateur ranks, if you like, towards MX2 in the next few years. Different combination through the rhythm section for Horgmo as he looks to find his way past Everts. Not able to find his way through, though. And Iago Martinez right there, still giving chase, the number 67 on the VRT Nordpeska Holland machine. He looks to go around the outside of Horgmo, though. Horgmo holding a nice tight line. That's a wide corner. It's a long way around the outside there. Same here as they cure on the inside. And Martinez, again, just using all the racetrack, trying to find his way past the 24 of Kevin Horgmo. Oh, flirting with the track boundaries there was Iago Martinez. Everts just looking a little bit tight in his first year in this EMX250 category. Another fastest lap of the race, though, for Nick Lapucci, our race leader, extends his lead even further, 2:27.4. Groh in 2nd. Cornelius Tunnell is in 3rd place. Then we've got Håkan Fredriksson. He's out, he's closing in on those guys. Then we've got this 3-way battle for 5th place. Liam Everts, Kevin Horgmo, Iago Martinez. All vying for that same inside rut at the bottom of the hill as we pick up the battle here for 3rd place, which is Cornelius Tunnell and Håkan Fredriksson. He's getting closer every single lap, every single turn. And he just sets the fastest sector 1 in the race as well, a 40.6, so about 3/10 quicker than our race leader, Nick Lapucci. Nothing in it between Everts and Horgmo as they continue to fight over 5th place.
Hopping and skipping over bumps, but I'm really impressed with his throttle control on that 2-stroke. He's making sure that wheel gets much traction as possible.
Everts knows he's got to hold a tight line here, but Horgmo even tighter. Oh, he even tries to nudge him down the inside there, knock the foot off the foot peg, coming in hard as well here. And Everts, a bit of a bobble midway through the wave section. That's going to be enough. No, not quite. Manages to get back on track, but just a little bit of an untidy bobble through that left-hand turn. And Everts trying to hang on to that 5th place at the moment. Horgmo doing what Martinez did a lap ago, trying to use all of the racetrack and a little bit more, trying to go outside, inside, just to try and fluster the rider ahead of him. In this case, Liam Everts has to cut back here, and he will cut back to the inside at the bottom of the hill.
Just keep dead stretching out the lead, no panic. See there, Rod?
Not able to get on the gas to execute that move, but he uses the bank early, gets good drive early as well. Hawk mode this time does go through, takes fifth away from Everts. So Hawk mode now up into fifth place. Iago Martinez not going anywhere. In the background there, the number 67. Oh, just almost buried the front end there, did Iago Martinez. So the 67 of Iago Martinez. Got Everts in his sights now. Only did a couple of rounds last year, well, 3, didn't score in one of them, but 25th overall was his best round. So obviously Iago Martinez arriving here, bringing his A game with him, ready to challenge for top honours, top 5, top 3 in the European Championship. Could he win it? Who knows? But Nicolas Lapucci, haven't seen too much of our race leader at the moment on that Fantic Factory Maddie racing machine, but he is doing a great job at the moment. So Everts just getting a bit of a kick there. Came in, he bobbles in the waves, gets on the gas there. That was when Hawkmo tried to run it down the inside, and then watch this back end working overtime. He ran it too wide anyway. Hawkmo was already up the inside. That move for fifth place. So there's Everts. What's Nick Lapucci doing at the head of the field? In fact, we'll go to him in a moment. I think we've got a new rider in second place. Cornelius Tunnell has found his way past Maxim Gros. So Cornelius Tunnell having a great ride in this first EMX250 race here. Getting on the gas nice and early. Looks good actually, because Tunnell up and over that triple. Now he's got clear track ahead of him. What are his lap times going to be? Will he be able to challenge Nick Lapucci, who just sets the fastest lap of the race? A 2:27.1, 2:27.3, only 2/10 in it then between Lapucci and Tunnell. Maxim Gros really starting to fade though, 2:30.7, and he's falling into the clutches of Håkan Fredriksson in green, the big 4.27 on the 9mm energy drink Bud Racing Kawasaki. There he is, second rider in shot. Here is your race leader, number 21, Nick Lapucci. Dropping that clutch, getting on the gas, working that clutch overtime. But that's going to be the sweet sound to a lot of fans here watching around this racetrack. Just absolutely wringing its neck. Control the throttle through there because it's harder and slicker underneath the rear wheels there as you get on the gas through that bottom right-hander. Looks very grippy on top, but when you get round and ride it, the hard, chalky surface beneath the wheels of the riders is very, very slick when it's been watered. It can be deceiving, actually. There's Tunnell. He's broken free from Maxim Gros. And Gros now under pressure from Håkan Fredriksson. The battle for third is about to take shape.
Well, that's how you look when the first on your train.
Wow, but that's the trouble being a commentator, Rod. Otherwise you never say anything.
You can do that, so Lapucci.
So, the tiny figure of Maxim Gros on that Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, leading the way around this turn in that third place at the moment from Fredriksson, who goes hard to the inside. He's going to get good drive here as well. 2.221, but is he going to make it stick at the end? Yes, he does. Not often we see that happen, but then you see the difference at the end of the straight there. Oh, Maxim Gros not taking this one lying down, is he? He's going to yield at the end of this straight, though. Good bit of hard riding there from Håkan Fredriksson as he eventually nicks third place away from Gros.
So in second, stretching away down the double, he'll turn now, forward away, he's got a good solid
Guess what? If the number 20 looked over his shoulder now, or if he had wing mirrors, he'd see them full of the gas machine of the number 24 of Kevin Horgmo. Horgmo is just starting to up his pace again on the SM Action Racing team. USA gas. Holding a nice tight line to the inside as well. The number 24. So 5 laps complete. Cornelius Tunnell, the fastest lap of the race, a 2:26.9 compared to a 27.5 of Lapucci. The gap between those two, 7.5 seconds. But Kevin Horgmo, he's not done yet. Going after Maxim Gros here. Can he get a nice line down the inside? Well, he's thinking about it, but Maxim Gros reads it well. Oh, he got good drive there, and all of a sudden, top of the hill, all of a sudden, you got the 24 back. On the gas, oh, they touch on the exit almost. So no sooner had Horgmo moved himself up into 4th place than Gros responded. Good ride this from Maxim Gros. A lot of pressure in that team at Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Even if they're not putting any pressure on him as a rider, it's a big team in which to ride for. Oh, nicely done there from Horgmo. He's going to get good drive uphill through the waves, but he gets the door shut in his face as he enters that uphill wave section.
Real fluid with the bike, just letting the bike move around under him. He is to virtually the same part of track every lap.
So Horgmo has to go back to the drawing board. Oh, nicely done. Cuts back to the inside, aggressive move. Had to do it. He worked his magic in the previous corner. But Gros coming back for more. Horgmo now up in the 4th place then.
But there are definitely ruts down in the wheel. Fuji glides uphill. Again with that barking gas.
Battles going on all over the racetrack, but here's the number 67 of Iago Martinez. He's out on his own at the moment in 7th place. About 8 minutes plus 2 to go, so... oh, in fact, Evans. So Evans has gone missing then. Whilst I was just looking on lap charts and that kind of thing, but... So Gros now down to 5th, Martinez up to 6th then, Everts now in 7th, or has he lost a little bit more time than that? Soon find out when we get him over the line. Lick Lapucci, 2:26, fastest lap of the race so far then, so between him and Cornelius Tunnell, those two pushing out the benchmark, if you like. Håkan Fredriksson here in green, he's there in 3rd. And I never thought I'd say this, but the battle of the Norwegians. So if you're at home in Norway and you're watching this, who's your money on, guys? Because you've got the big, tall Håkan Fredriksson and the slight build of Kevin Horgmo. Both from Norway, 3rd and 4th in the race. As I said earlier on the broadcast, we've got these two, plus a very rapid 125 rider. We've got a smoking chimney there through that corner. That's Jorgen Matthias Talviku. He's obviously had a knock somewhere because a little bit of smoke billowing out the side of his Husqvarna. 5th overall in the championship last year, Jorgen Matthias Talviku on the No Fear Jumbo VT Racing Team entry. Maybe just got a seal damage there or something like that, who knows, but there's Everts. So Everts losing a lot of time in 12th now then, Everts. And this is why, so this is about a lap and a half or so ago, Liam Everts, number 72. Top of our screen, there he is, loses the front on the way down. So while I was looking at the bottom battle there, Everts crashing out at the top of the hill.
Goes over the big table.
So Everts then having to regroup. He has got Andrea Bonacorsi there in yellow. just ahead of him. So Andrea Bonaccorsi on the Hutamattar Yamaha this year. Of course, he rode for Maddie last year with the 125 European champion. The big figure there of the 125, Emil Weckman. Good to see him up at the sharp end as well. The 125 for Honda Racing Atsumoto. Had a tough season last year, did Weckman. Remember, he won the CRF 150 Honda Series back-to-back 2 years in a row when he was a wee whippersnapper. This battle's not going away, is it? 5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Håkan Fredriksson and Kevin Horgmo, different choice of line there, both as effective, both bringing them out on the same part of the racetrack. Nice use of the bank there from Horgmo to avoid those braking bumps as he charges down the hill, though. Yeah, it was a nice line up on the bank past pit lane from Horgmo. Looking to go around the outside. Are we going to see it pass just ahead of these two guys? Yes or no? Well, let's go back to Gros then. No, Horgmo's still behind him at the top of the hill. So Maxim Gros and Jago Martinez locked together. Those two fighting over 5th place. These two fighting over 4th, Fredriksson and Horgmo. Lapucci still 9.5 seconds clear of Tunnell. Great ride this from Maxim Gros. Only did the 1 round last year in this EMX250 championship.
Goes down to 20, so just bear with us, and we'll give you this. It's still out there. He's 27, but Jamie making a mistake or something happening, dropping him back to 27.
There's Jago Martinez. So Martinez, look, oh, case the handlebars with your helmet there. Kevin Horgmo came up short on the rhythm section. That would have blown sweat to the goggle lens. You have to be absolutely inch perfect through that wave section. Kevin Horgmo got it wrong, and it's cost him a bit of time as well. Watch this. Second rider in shot, didn't get on the gas though. Watch this, he panicked there, front wheel high. Oh, didn't quite headbutt the handlebars, but it messed him up on the exit, that's for sure. So, just under 3 minutes to go. Nick Lapucci, his lap times and Cornelius' lap times have steadied, 2:27.7 and 2:27.6 for the top two, respectively. Håkan Fredriksson can't afford to relax. He sets his personal best lap of the race, a 2:28.3 compared to the 29.7. Maybe that's indicative of how much time Kevin Horgmo lost. So maybe about 1.4, getting messed up through the waves there. Maxim Gros has hung on here as he battles for that 5th place ahead of Jago Martinez. Martinez on the VRT Noordpesker Holland KTM, having a very good, solid ride, good confidence-boosting ride for the number 67 there, the Spaniard. Oh, mistake there from Brown. 2 mistakes in the same corner. Missed his line and then got on the gas. The back end came around on him. That lets Martinez right back in. Are we going to see a challenge at the bottom of this next hill here? Flick it right, going to be on the brakes. Martinez does. Oh, he tried, but Gros hanging on in there, and he has another go at the bottom of the hill. Loose the front on the exit as well. Cost him a bit of time. Gros still hanging on. Stepping down. Give you a quick rundown here, the top 10. Lapucci leads it from Tunnell, Fredriksson, Horgmo, Gros. That's the lead rider here, number 20 on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Martinez behind him next on the Noordpesker VRT KTM. Then we got Florian Mio. He's next, the 247 on the PAR Homes RFS Husqvarna, powered by Stebbings. Stebbings, a well-known car dealership based in East Anglia. Kings Lynn, so a home GP for that team, of course. PAR Homes and Stebbings, of course. Yuri Quarty is next at 8th, Emil Weckman 9, and then Talviku is 10th. I wonder if that bike stopped smoking. He's obviously had a come together with somebody at some point. Bonacorsi 11th, Everts 12th, Rick Elzinger in 13th, Camden McClellan is in 14th, and then 15th we have Oriol Oliver. He was right at the back through the first couple of corners on the opening lap. He's done well to get through this field of 40 and into the points in 15th. Tom Grimshaw is 16th, Lorenzo Corti, Max Spies, Mario Lucas, and then Kim Sebasti. So 3 laps to go because our leader's already gone through before time has elapsed. 10.2 seconds between Lapucci and Tunnell. Oh, look at this, round the outside. Wake up, Norway. 2 homeboys going at it here still in EMX250 race 1. This is for 3rd. Håkan Fredriksson currently has it at the moment. On the 9mm energy drink, Bud Racing Kawasaki. Kevin Horgmo all over the back of him, 4th for SM Action Racing Team, UASA Gas. And Horgmo having another look. Is he going to go wide and cut back? No, he chases the dirt around the outside, then decides to cut back. Either way, good drive off the back of that Gas as he puts the Kawasaki rider under pressure. Tries to give him a bit of a nudge as well on the inside through that left turn at the top of the hill. How much of this can Håkan Fredriksson take? Gets on the gas, face full of roost. Right under the helmet there of Kevin Horgmo. The 4,000 fans that have managed to get a ticket for this race this weekend, being treated to some fantastic racing. We know that if you go 2-2 through there, or whether you go 3-3, not much in it. But Fredriksson still trying to hang on. Put in some good rides. Did Fredriksson last year in this series. Picked up a race win in, a bit of a bobble there, just on the exit. That allows Horgmo to go around the outside. Fredriksson knows he's there, but he can't do anything. He gets locked in that rut, looks across, sees Horgmo go by. Will he cut back to the inside? Yes, he does. Takes him to the outside, takes that position back. Fredriksson still there in 3rd place. Wow. Battle of national pride on display here, folks. This time, Horgmo does go up the inside, and he repays the favour, takes the front wheel away from Fredriksson, just like his fellow countrymen did, but they're not going away, are they? It's going to all end in tears if we're not careful between these two, and it almost happened right there. Hurlings and Cairoli, anybody remember that one? Except the Italian was left on his ear that day. Back then it was teammates, this is countrymen. Talk about bringing down the red mist. Oh, was that a attempt at a brake check there, Håkan, sir? You cannot predict which way this one is going to go between these two. Horgmo this time goes down the inside. No, he cuts back across halfway down the hill. Fredriksson knows he's there though, doesn't he? Cannot take your eyes off it. Going to the outside here, Horgmo wants that run around the outside as they step downhill.
And he has had a nice, easy, gentle.
Just over a lap and a half to go. While these two are fighting over 3rd place. Kevin Horgmo and Håkan Fredriksson, the lead rider in shot, but it was Horgmo who was 3rd as they hit the line at the start of this 11th lap. Lost it pretty quickly after that, though. Aerial combat between the two Norwegians as they jostle for position. over on the far side of the circuit. He loses the front end as he tries to cut back, and Hawkmo this time does go through. Pushes Fredriksson over the berm, or more like he never had anywhere to go. He's been hanging on to that third place for pretty much the entire race. Hawkmo's got other ideas. Has Håkan Fredriksson got anything left in the tank to throw back at the number 24? Nice Saturday afternoon ride, all quiet out front for Nick Lapucci on the Fantic Factory Team Maddie machine. 10.5 seconds his advantage over Cornelius Tunnell. Yes, that is the distinct sound of a two-stroke as he cruises past pit lane on his final lap. Tunnell about 7 seconds, 6.5 seconds clear of these two who've just had an absolute battle. And here's what happened a lap ago. These two almost came together there. They probably did actually, but... And then at the top of the hill, Hawkmo committed outside, came out of there early, cut back to the inside, ran Fredriksson wide, parked him over the berm. That was the third. And already he's put a gap between himself and Håkan Fredriksson, so the big man looking like he's going to have to settle for fourth in this race. I'm easily entertained, me. Put me in front of a TV with some fantastic action like this EMX250 race. I'll be happy as Larry. Not sure who Larry is, but you know what? I'll be as happy as him anyway. And here's the 21, Nicholas Lapucci. Just over those little bumps there, just in cruise mode. Having a fantastic ride here. Remember at Faenza last year. And then again at Trentino. Picked up 2 round wins. Didn't do the first 3 rounds in the EMX two-stroke championship, but then he did pick up back-to-back wins later on in the year when he just entered as a wild card. That would have filled him with a lot of confidence as well, just saying, you know what, maybe we can stick. Maybe, obviously, I think when, you know, Maddie was obviously in talks with him anyway then, because he stuck him on a Fantic then. I thought if he can do it there, he can probably do it in this category as well. Very fit, very strong, works hard, takes his training seriously, takes his scrubbing technique even more serious. We might even see one over the finish line. But getting ready to come out of the final turn, Nick Lapucci takes victory here in EMX250 race 1, just lights the candles, picks up the 25 points, and showboat for the crowd. Lapucci, your winner here. Cornelius turned out over the line in second, and an easy third in the end for Kevin Hawkmo after a, mid-race battle onwards scrap with his fellow countryman Håkan Fredriksson, who has to take fourth.
Struggled a bit against him in race 2, wouldn't you?
Wow, what a race. Maxim Grove, there he is, comes over the line in 5th place, then Iago Martinez right behind him in 6th. We then have, we should have, Florian Mio not too far behind. And it is, and then Emil Weckman about a second further back. We should have Yuri Quarti and Andrea Bonacorsi. Anyway, here is Jodie Hutton. She's with our winner, Nick Lapucci.
Nicholas Lapucci, congratulations. A nice, clear, steady win for you in the EMX 250 race 1. How was it for you today?
Yeah, it was a great start of championship, yeah. I made a not good start, but then in the first couple of corners I passed the other riders, and then I managed to take a little bit of gap to manage the race, and yeah, I bring it home.
Well, congratulations and best of luck for the next race.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Nicholas Lapucci, then your EMX 250 race 1 winner here at Matterley Basin. The Italian coming up with the goods on the Fantic Factory Team Maddie racing machine. Only had one thing on his mind. He set the fastest time in the time practice session. Didn't make the best start, did he? But, well, he wasn't far away, I think. But anyway, turn it into 25 points and a race win. Anyone going to challenge him in race 2? Who knows? But we'll be there live with all the action as always.
Yeah, look forward to that.
A little bit of water going down on the track.
We've been pushed forward a little bit earlier in the calendar, so
But as the 4,000 fans enjoy the modest climate, let's take a look at the highlights of the EMX250 Race 1, shall we?
So it's going to be good, guys.
Here's what happened, EMX250 Race 1, Matterley Basin, the opening round of the season. The start came from the inside. Maxim Gros about 10 gates over, ran the outside. There was a bobble in the corner there from Håkan Fredriksson. He managed to keep it upright, but on the exit of the turn, Nick Lapucci came out as your whole shot man, and from there, no one saw which way he went. Gros was in second. There was a couple of riders went down early on in the race as they all jostled for position. Magnus Smith, one of those. Liam Everts, he was sitting comfortably in 5th place, but then he got caught napping by the number 24 of Kevin Hågmo. Hågmo made that move for 5th position. Cornelius Tunnell then found his way into 2nd with that move on Maxim Gros. Hågmo then on the charge, found his way past Gros. Gros came back for more. These two were just having their own little battle. Gros just hanging on, though. Ahead of them was 427, Håkan Fredriksson. Top of your screen, Liam Everts fell. Picked himself up. Eventually, he would come home in 12th place as Hågmo, top of the hill, did make a move on Gros. Gros kept coming back for more as they continued to battle over that 4th place. A move, though, at the top corner saw Hågmo eventually go through, and then he latched on to his Norwegian fellow countryman. These two had a battle of immense proportions over 3rd place. They almost came together here, though. But in the end, Hågmo did eventually find his way past. He needed to be aggressive, and he was so here on the exit of the turn. Took Fredriksson to the outside. That was the deciding move between the two riders from Norway. Hågmo into 3rd, Fredriksson down to 4th. Didn't see too much of Cornelius Tunnell, who was in 2nd. In the end, he finished about 8 seconds down on your eventual winner, Nicholas Lapucci, who was victorious here at the EMX250 Race 1.